Yo, what's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, I wanted to do something a little bit different, pretty much the same stuff as we usually do. I'll get into the current events and the TA and so on. But prior to making the TA video, I did just want to address a question that I got from you guys. Somebody asked, and actually a bunch of you guys have asked me, what is my setup? What does my setup look like? Because most of you know I'm currently up at college, at school, so I'm not actually home right now, which I am during breaks and the summer. So my setup is a little bit different. The one at my house, I'm actually going to be upgrading over the summer and making it look really nice because it'll probably be over 10K, and I'll be able to invest into that and make that better. But for the current moment, my setup actually is pretty good, and I wanted to show you guys what it looks like right now. This is what I use to make my videos. It's pretty cool. I'll explain all the products and what exactly they do. And otherwise, let me just show you that before we jump into the episode. So when you walk into my room, this is usually how you will find it when I make my YouTube videos. So I have a portable Elgato green screen that I'm able to take down and move up when I record my videos. It's literally just so easy to use and to store. That's why I invested in this. It was about $180, but it's so worth it. It is so convenient and so easy. You can make it whatever height you want, and it fits in my room, which is what I love. And I don't have to, take it apart or put it together. It just slides right up. It's super easy. So moving on though, this is my desk. I kind of jerry-rigged it, but it does look really cool. Ignore the toilet paper there, but as you guys can see, it's a pretty neat little setup I built on my desk. So this is all, obviously, I still have as much desk space as I can because I still need room to do my homework. But as you can see, this is my microphone right here. I have a charger, one of them wireless chargers that you can put your phone on and charge it there. I have a blue Yeti mic, the Blackout edition, on one of these extendable arms. You can see right here with one of these dead cats to make the voice sound a little bit better. Obviously my MacBook Pro, where I edit all my videos. You can see as we come in here, we have my ring light. It's a newer ring light, incandescent, awesome. It was about $100, came with the stand. This was about $130, and this setup with this and the stand too is about $25-30. But as we get back here, you can see this is my camera. It's an A6000 right now. I am upgrading this. Sony is releasing an A6400, which is beautiful. It's about, I'd say, $1,400 for the newer camera, which I do plan on investing in, and I will be selling that one. So if any of you guys are actually interested in purchasing the Sony with I believe it is an 18 by 35 millimeter lens, I'm gonna sell the whole thing for about $400. If any of you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments down below. Obviously, you guys can send me it in crypto or PayPal or Venmo, whatever it is you guys want to do. Just let me know in the comments. Then, as you can see, a recent upgrade is I just put down these sound paneling. So because my desk is angled in the corner, there actually used to be a back on the desk, but I took that off. And now I have this little crevice corner that I use to record my videos. You can see I put the paneling all around it. It's pretty cool. The reason for the paneling is because I'm in a corner, it's a lot harder on the voice. It echoes off the wall and comes back into the microphone. So now with the paneling there, it'll make it sound a lot smoother. And you can see the paneling is all around the camera, and because I'm talking this way, it doesn't bounce back anymore. It just gets dispersed throughout. So it's really cool. I'll show you it with the light off too, if you guys wanted to see. There we go. That's what it looks like. But what I also have, which is different on the microphone, on the camera, is I have an AC dummy battery right here. You can see the wire right here. The reason for the AC dummy battery is because the battery would usually die. They don't really last that long on here, which is standard for most Sonys because they're mirrorless. They're about 45 minutes. That's usually how long the battery lasts. So I bought a $20 adapter, and that basically allows me to plug it right into the wall, and I never have to charge the camera. So it's awesome, and Sony has a spot for the wire to hang right out, so it's really cool. And yeah, that's pretty much my college setup right now. It's pretty cool. I love how it's in this little corner. Yes, and also I angled my desk in the corner of the wall so that it's easier to record by. But that's pretty much my setup right now, guys. Let me know what you think about it. If there's anything else I can do, any other improvements, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. Now, obviously, guys, if you guys wanted to check out any of the stuff I use in my setup, there is a link in my description. It's always been there, and I am keeping it there. It's a link to my Amazon store. Basically, I have all these products linked in that Amazon store for you guys to purchase it, to review it, to look at them, to find out more item specifics about it. There's also a bunch of other things listed on the Amazon store, so definitely give that a check if you guys were interested in seeing anything about the equipment it is that I use. But otherwise, let's move on into the video. What's going on, guys? Hopefully you guys like that setup. It took me quite a bit of time and money and effort to build it, but you know, I did it for the channel and I think it's really coming together quite nicely. Otherwise, moving though on to the core of today's topic of discussion, we are going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as stellar lumens to US dollar, and then we will also be discussing Litecoin breakout attempt failed again, but something big is forming in the space right now. So I do want to discuss any of that stuff. If any of that interests you guys, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So right now I'm on the current coin market cap, and as you guys can see, the market cap is $121.5 billion. We have a 24-hour volume of 21.06 bill and a Bitcoin dominance of 52.4%. So what I'm seeing right now is we are actually seeing Bitcoin dominance fall quite a bit. We were at around 52.8 yesterday and over 53% the day before. Now 24-hour volume is looking kind of good. We're seeing 24-hour volume up compared to yesterday. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a positive thing that the market is up. Obviously volume is volume and we need volume. But, seeing that the market cap is 121.5 compared to the 120 it was yesterday and the day before, it's an indication that the volume is actually a good thing and we are starting to move up in the positive direction. Now, we can see very interestingly that the market is slightly down with most of the coins, and now I actually realize why. So yesterday we were higher than 121.5 bill, and I can discuss why that is in a second. Litecoin actually made it to like $44 after the video I put out, so that's why we're seeing, at least from my end, a higher market cap, but the coins are actually lower. So we did actually pull up to a little bit higher, around $44 in terms of Litecoin and Bitcoin, but now we're starting to see that kind of climb back down, and we'll discuss why that is in a second. But, looking at these top 10 coins, you can see that, believe it or not, yeah, I actually made a very difficult comparison. Out of the top 10, 2 out of the 10 are in red. Litecoin's still in green. 2 out of the 10 are in green. The 8 out of the 10 are in red. So hopefully you guys understand what I'm going off of. I'll just pull up the Litecoin graph really quick. We were actually higher up yesterday at like $44. I made the video when we were quite low. So when I'm seeing this is that we are higher up than where we started from, but we did go much higher in the day. So it's kind of changing around the graphs, at least from my point of view. Okay, so now that we got that figured out and settled, you can see that Bitcoin is actually falling quite even, actually, with most of the coins. We're not really seeing much of a dip, and it seems like majority of the market is shifted into the red. There are some double-digit coins up. Komodo up 18.25%. But otherwise, moving though on, if you guys haven't yet already or are new to the channel, make sure to check out I believe it's the second link in the description. It's a link to the ABRA exchange. Basically, they're doing a promotion right now. If you deposit $5 from a US bank account into their app, they will reward you with $25 of free Bitcoin. It's a pretty new promotion that they've had going on for a couple of months, and I wanted to let you guys know and inform you guys. It's huge. It does help support the channel. So if you wanted to do that, I do appreciate it. You're not paying anything. As soon as you get the $25, you can put it right back into your bank account. We've had over 50+ people already do this. So huge shout out to you guys, and thank you for making this channel happen. You know, a lot of that goes right back into the channel, and it allows me to, you know, make this setup that you just saw possible because of the affiliate code and that link. So definitely check it out. You know, it's just free, 25. You can, you know, take it and go spend it on whatever right after, but I do appreciate that. Furthermore, jumping into today's article. So we do want to talk about this pretty recent pullback, or the fail attempt of Litecoin. Now, I do think Litecoin and Bitcoin are pretty correlated, if I do say so myself. So I actually do want to show you guys Bitcoin first. I know it's going to be a change, and then we'll move on to Litecoin. So here's something that I noticed. So Bitcoin seems to be having some sort of falling wedge. There does seem to be a wedge that Bitcoin is currently trading in. Now, I do know that we have discussed that there is a bigger downtrend in the picture, but as you guys can see, we have been pulling downwards for the most part in this wedge right here. You can see we did just yesterday failed attempt to try to break out of the wedge and spike all the way up. We could have moved all the way to, you know, over $4,000, $4,100 fairly quickly if we continue to trade out of the wedge. You can see we are trading kind of sideways on the RSI, which is an indication for us that we are most likely going to have a major move fairly soon, which is what I was discussing. That will obviously be reflected in Litecoin's graph too, but you can see we're so close to ending the downtrend, which I'll show you in a second, which is an indication that this big move is just around the corner. So obviously the downtrend was not broken. We're honestly in the short term looking for the downtrend to break in this channel. We're looking for us to break out of the falling wedge, and then we could see a potential move up to $4,100. But in the bigger picture of things, hopefully that is a good representation. And also, if you guys want access to any of my charts, it's on my Patreon link down below. It's the first link in the description. But you can see in the longer term, in the more macroeconomic look, we are in a downtrend. You can see that there is some sort of downwards resistance on this market, and we have yet to break this descending triangle. We're currently trapped as well in between this channel here, the white and the yellow, as support. And you can see we're coming to an end though. So something big is, you know, coming for the cryptocurrency space. As we trade out sideways, we'll probably break through this falling wedge, and we'll come close to the downtrend. We'll most likely reattempt, you know, to break out of the high-low MMA, which you can see is trailing on the price, but as well as this downtrend. And if we break bullish from that, we could shoot up all the way to $5,500 fairly quickly. There's not much stopping it if we break a downtrend that's been on the market for almost a year and a half now. So it could be pretty big. You know, if we do see this move within Bitcoin, or at least breaking, you know, this falling wedge or the descending triangle, it will have a reflection in Litecoin. As we can see, Litecoin right now, guys, we did bounce off of the support here, which was anticipated. I did tell you guys I bought in at $39. That is where I put my first dollar cost average at. You know, I was saying if we headed lower to $37, I would, you know, invest more in increments, but we did decide to move up higher from then. So I am actually up a little bit of money, and let's see if we can continue up. If we retest $39, I'll have broken even, but if we did fall lower, I'll obviously start dollar cost average once again when we do, you know, hit those levels. If we do not head that low and we start to head up, at least I have, you know, a percentage of my portfolio into Litecoin, and we could definitely reattempt that $50 level. Really trying to find, you know, what exactly is holding back on Litecoin. There's not much of a resistance. There's a small thing right here, but for the most part, it doesn't look too bad. I do just want to pull up the weekly really quick. Maybe I missed something there. No, there's really not much of a resistance right here, guys. This is a very interesting level. The closest resistance would be like 43 and then 45, but you know, where we are currently, we're not really seeing that. Honestly, even higher up at that $49 level, there's not much of a resistance. So we're honestly, you can see where we bounced off the support right here, off the $39 and shot up to 42. You know, we are actually trading fairly good on the RSI, only at 44 from when we were completely oversold. So we definitely look okay. Still plenty of room to move up. It's just a matter of, you know, what exactly is going on. We're you know, slowing down this volume. You can see right here we're slowly coming down to a halt, and it's going to cause us to trade out sideways. Like I said, that gets boring, especially for the channel, but that is an indication that there will be another pop. So as you saw before, when we saw the sideways trading, we did get a pop. That's what we experienced. A lot of people made good money. We're going to probably see that again if we continue to trade sideways, and it's going to probably bring us up way past $50. So keep that in mind. Lastly, out of the top 3 blue chip cryptos, Ethereum actually doing fairly well. Ethereum's at $127. I'm surprised I didn't see that on the coin market cap. Ethereum says, yeah, it's up 4%, one of the top 2 gainers. So Ethereum is one of those, you know, underdog cryptos to pay attention to. It does do fairly well in the space right now, and it is continuing to climb up. And I honestly think it's not going to stop until it hits its high-low MMA. So I may actually throw some money into Ethereum right now. You know, we're nearing overbought. And let's see the R's. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm not going to throw into it, mainly because of the fact that on the 4-hour we are entering overbought. So that is an indicator we are kind of overextended and we need to pull down quite a bit. But it looks like on the daily, it's trying to head up to its high-low MMA, which is good. It's going to probably end up hitting around 140. Potentially 160 if we do get enough volume in here, but definitely I'm seeing 140, so it's about a $13 jump from where it currently is. Lastly, XLM, one of the coins that, you know, I'm keeping a close eye on for this run. You can see we've been tracking it for quite a bit now. We're nearing this end of this descending triangle, and it's telling me like there's going to be some sort of move coming fairly soon. Definitely a big move. You can see it's kind of facing some resistance right now. Even if we just zoom in slightly, you can see the downtrend here. You can see that we are challenging the downtrend once again, and I think if given enough volume, we should break bullish from that and almost double its price. So I would transfer in a couple $100 into there and double my money in a couple of, you know, hours, if not day or two, and then you know, sell it off once we retest the green band in a conservative value. Obviously, you saw what Litecoin did, and it blasted right past the green and the red and shot up higher. But maybe I'd sell off half of what I invested at the green band, maybe a quarter off, or another quarter, yeah, at the red band, and whatever else if we decide to blast higher. But there's definitely some move, you know, coming for XLM2. So the markets are definitely, you know, loading up right now. So definitely, you know, you got to be in it to win it. So otherwise, you know, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.